because our scattered has been read. So I'm ready now for roll number 2. So last time around the board, I chose to move anti-clockwise and I got a 3 to this ladder here. So this is where we are starting. So we're on 2nd level, so it's going to be 2 dice. So for roll number 2, we have moved 5 spaces and we landed on yellow, which is the genre and age range theme cards. So I'm going to give these a little quick shuffle and then I'm going to pick one and I'm going to see what we get from here. So here we go. I have one. It is Thriller. I'm going to have a little look and see what that will give me. So thriller is not something that I generally read a lot of. There are some thrillers that I have really enjoyed, others that haven't worked for me. It can be quite hit or miss. It's not my usual go-to. But one of the books in my piles of possibilities this month is described as a sci-fi thriller speculative fiction. And that is the one that I have done for the Reveille audiobook prompt for the Bootcamp Readathon. And that is The Future by Naomi Alderman. So I'm very intrigued by the premise for this. This is a book that I'm reading for an actual physical book club that I have. And it's an audiobook, so it's quite easy to kind of like pop on and listen to and kind of get through that way. When Martha Einkorn fled her father's compound, she never expected to find herself working for the super rich and powerful. Remembering her father's fox and rabbit sermons, the apocalyptic warnings are starting to come true. How much future is actually left? Lai Zhen, an internet-famous survivalist, is fleeing. When a piece of software on her phone activates telling her how to escape, does it lead her to more danger? Who made it? What is it really for? What do they want from her? And what else do they know about the future? The future is described as thrilling, hilarious, tender and brilliant. The future unfolds at breakneck speed, highlighting how power corrupts, what it means to stand up. The future is coming. The future is here. All very intriguing. I'm pretty excited for it. I'll be listening to from BorrowBox, which is my library's audiobook thing. So I had it reserved. It has come through, so I will start making use of that. So we am going to do another roll as well, because I also want a physical book to kind of be on the go with too. We're going to do roll number 3 as well. Okay, our third roll landed on blue, which is the theme cards. So these are all things which have sort of a theme. It could be around nature, it could be around sort of like more buildings or royalty or magic or something like that. And then I have to find a book that either has that kind of vibe in the title or on the front cover. So I've not done a theme card for a while, so I am quite excited to be doing this one. So again, giving them a little shuffle. Let's see which one we're going to pick. And I'm just going to go off the top. I've shuffled them. Let's pick the first one here. Oh, and we have plants and earth. So I'm going to go through my possibilities and see what I have that plants and earth will fit. Initially, when I thought of this, I thought none of these books are going to fit in with that. But actually, looking closer at the covers, I did have a couple. I've gone for the buddy read that I have this month, which is The Red Tent by Anita Diamant. Her name is Dina. In the Bible, her fate is merely hinted at in a brief and violent detour. The Red Tent is an extraordinary and engrossing tale of ancient womanhood and family honour. Deeply affecting and intimate, it combines rich storytelling with an original insight into women's society. Told in Dina's voice, it opens with the story of her mothers, the 4 wives of Jacob.
each of whom embodies unique feminine traits and concludes with Dina's own startling and unforgettable story of betrayal, grief and love.
I heard Jim from Born Again Reader talking about this book, and I was really pulled in by how it spoke about just sort of the sort of like the birth and midwifery and this kind of community of women of the 4 wives of Jacob within this kind of like biblical time period. So I just thought that sounded really fascinating, but it sounds like it'd be quite a heavy one, so I was like quite up for reading it with a few other people. So there is a few of us in MJ's Discord who are going to be reading this in the month of January, so I'm very keen to like get started on it so I can be joining in with all my thoughts in the Discord, which is what I like to do. So yes, this is what I've chosen, and it goes into Plants and Earth. So we have this figure here. Again, it looks very much out of a, I don't know art so well, but like a very realistic kind of portrait of a woman of biblical times. Like it's got the really kind of like bright red cloth here of the tent, but behind we've got these wonderful like mountains and like rocky places and trees and things. And I know that Jacob was a farmer. They had a farm. And he and his wives and sons, they worked off the land and lived off the land. So it feels that that kind of fits a lot with very much the earth and plants, because it is their livelihood. So there we go. This is my 3rd pick. Thank you so much for watching. When I finished one of those other books, I will be back again to do a 4th roll. Happy reading, everyone.